Okay, so the last part that we recorded, sound is not recorded. So I just started recording again. We will be able to give you the only the video part of the recording that we did first half an hour. But here now I am recording with sound. Okay. Now the thing that I was discussing with how you can take screenshot. First thing, how you can take a screenshot when you are having trouble with your code or you cannot figure out something. You can take a screenshot and send it to us, and then so that we can take a look and give you a feedback. Okay, so the screenshot I showed you that if you want to take a screenshot, what is the tool you will be using? Again, it is snipping tool. If you type SNI, if you go to your start menu and over there if you type SNI, can you see snipping tool? You go there and then you select that symbol over there, you take a screenshot, then you can highlight it. Okay, you can highlight or you can write whatever you want by selecting this pen here. Let's say problem, having problem, you type something and then okay, you type something and then you point it. Okay, this is the area where I am having trouble, and then you make copy and then go to your Gmail and whatever email you use and paste it here. Then I'll send me your screenshot and then I'll take a look at it and I'll let you know what is the problem. Okay, so that is how you take a screenshot. And then other thing that we were discussing is as we said, lot of time you will have to test field where you need to input 5000 characters, and if you input 5001 characters it will show an error. Okay, now you know that let's say you are logging into your Wells Fargo account, then when you are logging into your bank account you are giving username, but if you give special symbol in your username it will throw an error message, right? Let's say your username is, okay, let me say in that way, if you give your username and password when you are creating your account, remember a lot of time when you are creating your account, the password requires what? Some special symbol, lowercase, uppercase, right? So you have to test those features. So if it is not working, then you have to send a screenshot to other teams, to development team or to business team. And the special scenario that we are discussing here, let's say this Gmail, again this Gmail, how many characters you can type here, there could be a limitation, although you do not know what is the limitation. Okay, so lot of mail, can you see if you want to tweet something, what is the character limit? Can anyone tell me when you are tweeting on Twitter, what is the character limit? 140, right? Now if you type 141, then what it says? It says what it says if you type 141. Okay, so now you will see in practically you are working with an application where you know you will be able to type 2000 characters, and if you input 2001 characters it will give you a warning. Now if you input 2000 characters, you will have to generate the 2000 characters and then you will have to input it on that field. Now how will you count you have 2000 characters? I was showing you that you can do it in your Microsoft Word. If you go there and if you go to review menu, if you go to, there is a menu over here, file, home, and if you go to review, can you see this word count? If you click on it, it will give you how many words you have, how many lines you have, how many pages you have, how many characters you have. Okay, so this is one way, and there are a lot of tools online by which you can count how many characters. Count characters. Okay, count characters. Now if you go to there, can you see letter count, character count? Click on this one, and if you type let's say we want to check how many characters we have here. So I will select everything and then Ctrl C and then go there in that application and will be pasting here. Now if you see character count, they are saying 2048, 2048, but over there it is showing 2000 what 2000. Can you see in Microsoft Word it is showing exactly 2000, right? But when you are going to that application, can you see how many characters it is showing? 2048. Now let me do one thing. Let me remove one of the line and then let me count now. 2047. Then let me remove one other line from here. See how I am removing the line. I am just clicking a backspace in the beginning of the line, and can you see I am removing one line and then it is removing one character. So here, see in Microsoft Word it is counting without the line character, but here it is counting line character as a character. Okay, so and then if you now you can see like
When you say line character, do you mean the spaces between the words?
no, actually you know when you go to let's say you want to create a new line here, what do you type? Enter. What?
Yes.
Enter. So enter is a character.
Oh, I see.
So it is counting enter as a character.
So that's what it means. Then enter means the first thing you are doing, entering, actually separating
Yeah,
that thing. So that itself one space.
yeah. That itself is a character.
Not space, only enter.
Yeah, enter is a space is a character too. Let's say I'm giving a space here. Okay, I'm giving a space here. Now if you count, it will be 2047. Okay. So that was the basic. Now that is how you can count how many characters, and if you need to generate, let's say I showed you that there are 2000 characters here, but if you need to generate 4000 characters, what will you do? You copy everything and you go there, right? You go down the bottom of your document and paste it, right? Now if you count, you have 4000 characters. Copy paste. Okay, now there are, if you do not want to do copy paste, there are lot of way. If you research online, you will get lot of way how to generate characters. If you need to generate millions of characters, you do not want to copy paste that many times. So there are lot of way by which we can generate characters. That is for our later part, but for now let's focus on.
So in this example, we can't use the online one, right? Because it's not showing the right amount. 2000.
Yes, sometimes
It's better to use the word.
yeah, and actually in real life it will depend on the application. If application is designed, you know, when they are developing the application, if they develop the application like it will be counting the enter as a character, it is specifically will be mentioned in the requirement.
Okay.
So it will be, they will say it is with enter or without enter. Okay, alright. So now the thing that I was trying to explain here, one other thing, in this, can you see this black screen? Actually you will have to, sometimes you will have to copy something from this screen and then you will have to send it to me. How will you do that? From this one you cannot press Ctrl A here.
So you need to go
Where does the black button come from?
left side.
Left or upside, like
What
You say left side on the button, so you can select from there.
left side, which one?
This is corner, left one on the top.
This one?
Yes.
blue icon.
Okay, I will go there then.
Then is edit.
Edit. Okay,
Then you can do mark.
mark
Mark or select all.
or select all, right? So if you want to send specific lines of text, then you
Mark.
select mark. Okay.
Mark.
If you select mark, then you can
Like.
mark it, right? And then how do you copy it?
Then
Same thing.
Go there,
Edit.
edit
Copy.
and copy, right? Okay, that is how we do.
but if you do mark, then you can paste over there also. What?
Yeah, now you copied it from there and then you go to your email. You want to send an email to me, so you go to your email and then paste it here, right?
But one thing I telling is that if you like edit and mark, direct you can paste other place.
Other place means,
And like this, whatever you want to
okay,
paste.
okay. Let me try to understand here. So what you are saying,
And like
edit,
edit,
mark,
then
then
mark,
something, right?
place.
Okay, let me mark this line. Okay,
Okay, and go over there is other places and paste there.
okay, let me see. Actually, you have to copy.
Is it copy?
You have to-
But I did that way. It is a work. Is paste.
No,
I
it-
just I mark and lighted and paste.
it is not working for me. You'll have to double check.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say double check. Okay,
It
but
has the defect on it.
uh,
Defect has a defect.
No, I think this is
Okay.
very important.
alright, so if you, I'm saying some of you, what is the question? Any question? Okay, so if you need to copy something from here, from this one, so what I will suggest, I'm giving you the exam paper, you write the answers in the exam paper, and before you write it, you make sure that you have your answer working in your computer. So when you are making sure that your answer is working, you will have to make the query, and then finally when you are done, you will have to copy everything, and then whatever error message, can you see when you are working on Oracle, you will get lot of error messages like this. So please remove all of the error messages, just keep whatever you supposed to send me, and also send me the answer as a file, as a text file. So two things, the exam part, the first thing is you will be writing the answers in the paper that I am giving you. Another thing is, you, in the meantime, you are making ready the queries in your computer. So you copy your text, whatever you are typing over there, prepare a text file, remove all the error messages, and also send me those queries, because sometimes I will have to copy your query when I am marking your exam. I will have to copy it, and I will have to see if it is working or not.
But so how do you remove the error message?
Error message, when you are copying it and pasting it to a text file.
Let me tell you.
Let's say this one, okay? Please take a look here. Please take a look here. Mark all, okay? Mark all, okay. Now look one thing here. Look one thing here. Okay, oh, I did wrong thing here. Hold on. Select all, and then what is the next step? Copy, right? Okay. Then let's say let me do one thing. Let me make a couple of more mistakes. I want to quickly show you another thing that you need to focus. Now let's say I'm making another mistake here, and it will send me another message, right? It is asking SP to unknown command, beginning that one. Okay, and then let's say I'm making connect, and then I'm making something wrong. Then it is saying unknown command, right? And then connect system, and let's say I'm giving a wrong password. So then it is saying another URL. Now I'm going to copy. See here, I'm going to select all, and then I'm going to copy. Then I'm going to, let me see if I have that tool. Okay, so it seems like I don't have that tool. So see here, let me, you don't have this notepad plus plus, so I'll show it in the, actually I'll show it in the notepad. Everyone has notepad, right? So if you type here NOTE, can you see everyone has notepad? Go to your notepad and paste it here. Okay, the first thing you do, you know, all of this ORA, all of the lines that starts with ORA, they are an error message, right? So you have to clear your document. So how you clear it? You clear it Control F and look for ORA and then find next. So this Oracle, you do not remove that, this is not a error. Then you click find next. Can you see? We know this is an error. So you come here and shift and remove it. Shift and. Okay. You come here in the beginning of the line, shift and remove it. Whatever you don't need, just remove it. Then let's say let's look for the next ORA. So this is another ORA and this is an error. So shift and remove it. That's how you filter your code before you send it to me. Okay. So if you cannot filter it in here in class, I will say you go home straight away. You filter your code and then send it to me. And save this notepad somewhere and then attach it to the email. Everyone knows how to attach in the email. Who doesn't know how to attach in the email? I want to make sure in the first class that we are familiar with our normal day-to-day procedures. So who doesn't know how to attach a document to your email? Does anyone has any confusion? I can work personally. Okay, you do not know how to attach? No problem. Can you follow the screen here? I'll show you here. Now let's say this is again. See, if you have question, feel free to ask. In this course, see whatever we are covering today, you are not these topics. If I need to spend time again in the following class, then we are not moving forward. So if you have question, feel free to ask me and make it so clear, because these features that we are learning now, we will be using it for our future. Future means future learning, future work. Everywhere we will be using this knowledge. So if you have any confusion, consult with us, consult with here, and then make sure that we are in the same page, same pairs. Okay. Now what is the question? Control F. Control F, and then you are looking for whatever you need to remove. Shift and put your cursor in the beginning of the line and press Shift and it will take you to the end of the line. You will select everything and then press back. Shift and E and D. Okay. Now here for you, let me show you. Let's say I'm saving this document somewhere. Okay. So let's say I'm saving this file as where do you want to save? Okay, let's say I'm saving it in my, yeah. Now I'm giving a name, let's say exam. Okay, exam code. I'm just giving a name and then saving it where? Document. Okay, now it is I will select continue. Now how do you attach that one? Now can you see this? You know how to create a new email? Do you have a Gmail account? Okay, you know how to create a new email? Okay, what's the you don't have Gmail? Okay, no problem. You have Yahoo. I will ask you like create a Gmail account. When you go home today, create a Gmail account for testing. Okay, but in Yahoo Mail, same way, you know how to attach, or just click on your attach button and the same way you attach. Now, in every mail, whatever mail you use, you will see, can you see this clip here, attach files? If you hover on it, can you see it is saying attach files? So you click on that attach file. Then, where do you need to go? Desktop. Now if you scroll up here in the left hand side, can you see desktop? Everyone, click on that. Now what was the name we gave? Exam code. If you type E here, E. Okay, let me see what is wrong with this one. Okay, now can you see when I press E, it took me to the exam code. Okay, if you have lot of files, probably you do not have lot of files in your desktop, but if you have it, remember the name, just type the first character of your file name. Can you see now I am on that character? Now you click open, or if you double click on it, that file will be attached here. Okay, and then you put your email address, support. Our email address is support@automatecode.com. and send it. You put a subject, error message or whatever exam code, and you send it to us. Does it make sense? Or do you want me to repeat it, or you are okay? Oh, sure. Now first can you see how you can save it? Okay, I'm creating a notepad, and then let's say I have some text. Okay, then I'm saving it, file, save as. Okay, and then let's say I am saving it in, now I will be saving it in a different place. Okay, let's say I am saving it in HWs. Okay, and then let me give a name here, let's say HW1. Okay, and then where did I save it? HWs. The folder name is HWs. Okay, now save it. Now I saved this document, and this document I want to send it to someone. How will I do that? I will click on that attach files, and then here I will be pressing on H. So it took me to HP. Now I have some more file. It took me to HP. Then can you see now I'm pressing H continuously. Then it will take me to the folder which is named by HWs. Now inside that one I am double clicking on that one, and then what is the homework again? I named it as HW1, and then if I click open, that will be attached to my email. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now you know how to attach, you know, lot of things. You can start working with the desktop. Alright, so let me give you, now you know what to do. And as Maksud Bhai told me, all of you have the tables already created in your computer, right?
Yes.
Right? All of you have tables created in your computer. If you don't have the tables created, I will say create it quickly. Okay, and we will give you 1 hour. Within this 1 hour, try to finish as much as possible. If you cannot answer 10 questions, whatever you can, do that and give your best effort. I will be marking this exam, and I will be sending you like one other thing. Number here will be public. You know what does it mean?
Public voting.
Public.
Everybody can call it.
Everyone will know other people's grade. So I will be sending the grade over the phone. I will be listing your name, and then I will be sending it to the group. So everyone will know what is the other people's grade. Is there an issue with that? Yeah. So like I'm letting you know, because number will be public. Now I'm going to give you the question, and I will give you time as well. So when the time will be started, you will be starting the exam.
We have to send it to you also this copy.
Yeah, this copy, whatever you are typing there, this one, and also the paper copy. Obviously I will be collecting the paper
So
copy.
we are going to email to your address, right?
I will send you support. I will send you email from support,
Right.
our official email address, and from there you will be sending it to me.
Right.
Send him the questions to. What is his email? Let me ask him. So searching in the old paper is not a smart.
Old paper?
Old paper means whatever you have written previously.
Not a smart.
Not a
It's
smart.
not a smart?
No. Search it in the internet. Okay. If you have a say a similar answer in your khata, don't do it.
You can only do computer, that's it.
A computer, yeah. You can search anything in the computer.
We don't have any connection. We are having problem.
I'll take a look. Give me 1 second.
So one thing is, you said it's first we're gonna do on the computer, then we're gonna write
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
answer?
You're gonna write over there. First you do it in the computer.
Draw table.
Alright, so who is not able to connect to the internet? So where are you trying to connect? M plus sir, can you connect to M and sir? Yeah. So you are connected. Can you
No,
sir?
it is not connected.
That's good.
And then you take the exam.
You have to take that exam?
Yeah.
Do you have working?
Huh? Yeah, I have no working.
You have to take?
Yeah.
So it is not connecting you. What about your side? Are you getting connected?
No.
Okay. So
How to get an update?
okay, let me see one thing. Do you have personal hotspot in your mobile? Okay, don't use that. If you want to use that, if there is no way you can do that, but
Take a picture. Video.
so well, I was trying to actually do some looking to you that you have missed. Do you think you better do it in the exam or you want to do anything? Okay. So I was trying to like you missed some stuff, right?
Yeah. I have to go back and well, I already know how to do the first SQL, the first one. I already know how to do it. The second one, I didn't count the second one. You want me to count the second one to show you how to do it?
I think go ahead and do the exam. Alright, so you come here with the chair. I have to share something. Come without your laptop. Could you hear me now? Hello? Could you hear me now? Yes, could you hear me now? Hello? Okay, so you guys missed some of the parts. So I'm going to cover now. I know you sent me some homework, but were you able to create table and do queries? Okay. So what did you try to create a couple of tables?
Yes, but there's a left here there, so I have not going step by step.
Okay. Okay.
So, thank you. This is,
You put a lot of time in the beginning. If you do not put a lot of time, what you will see after some days, you will see that a lot of things you have missed and you are not able to continue with that okay?
I think also that.
Yeah. Like every day allocate like 2-3 hours at least in the beginning so that you can keep keeping the class. Alright, so yeah, see, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to let me remove it from there so that then you don't need to see it. Right? Actually, I can keep it up there. Okay. Now, if you want to create a table, let's say I want to create a table called suppliers. Actually, let's create a table called suppliers. Okay.
So
Suppliers.
I can do the connect stem and slash
The first thing you do, you go there, you come here. If you don't see this icon, if you have not used it, if you don't see this icon, you come here, type SQL, SQL, and then first thing you do, you have to connect to the database. Now database name is system and database password is name. Okay.
This one.
Yeah. So if you execute that one, you will be connected. Well, I'll take you over. Okay. Now let me create a quick table for you. Let's say
Supply. Create table.
I'll let me show you the table that I'm going to create. I'm going to create and here I can lectures. In the lectures I will use write down this particular database. September the number same. What is the question, September?
Oh,
Alright. Okay. So I'll answer your question, but let me move forward from the beginning so that both of you it will become helpful for both of you. Okay. So then where I need to select equivalent and then training tables. So let's say I want to create a table like this. Create this document here. Let's say I want to create a table like this one. Supplier, okay? Supplier. I want to create a table called supplier, and that will have supplier ID and then supplier name. Okay. Now let's go there in our yeah. So what is the statement here? Table and then supplier, okay, and then you give your field name. Now the first field name is supplier ID. Okay, supplier ID. And then what is the and let's say supplier ID you want it 6 digit, okay, so if you want it 6 digit you mention here in the bracket how many digit you want. Then we want to give another field supplier name. Supplier underscore. And again this one will be and then we have these two fields in this character, okay, and let's say we want to bring another field date, okay. Supplier registration date, reg I mean when this supplier, actually let's keep it simple, okay. So if you execute, can you see name is already used by an existing object. We already have the table called supplier. So what we will have to do? Drop table called supplier. So it is saying that it does not exist. So probably the table name is supplier. Oh, we have a spelling mistake up there. Now can you see I have put 2 now the table is dropped. So
Now we can create the
let
table.
me commit it. Okay. Now let's create the table. I will bring the same statement. Okay.
So I will go without typing this one.
Oh, just if you type up down. So that's how you can go up and down. Alright.
First, I know communication with select statement and the
That is what I am going to do. Select a statement and how to do it. Now, if you come here, how do you insert data into the table? Insert into
So we go for it.
insert into
Into supplier.
supplier. Okay. And then you want to mention. Okay, what is the field?
Supplier ID.
Supplier ID. How did you do that? Supplier ID.
ID.
And then what is the other field you want to include?
This is supplier.
Supplier name. Supplier name, right? And then you want to create values, right?
Balance.
Now-
Second column is balance.
Values,
First one
right?
is inserting to second one is balance.
Values. Insert into table name and then what is the field you want to do, right? Then you come here. Values you want to give single quotation. Supplier ID. Let's say how many values we want to input? 2, but let's keep it simple. Supplier ID. Let's say our supplier ID is 100. So 100, right? And then what is the supplier name? Okay. Supplier name. Let's give halal grocery. Halal. Okay. And then if you press enter, one row create. Now let me create 3 or 4 rows. Okay, actually let me create 4 rows. Now insert into again same and then values, right? Values. I'm pressing down arrow in the second line. I'm pressing down arrow. Okay. Then supplier, another supplier ID. We want to give like let's say 101 and then supplier name let's say 104, okay? 104. Okay.
We have to mark the space in between.
It doesn't matter. It is like the name. It depends on the name. Now you another row created, right? Then you go up and create another row. 102, 102, and let's say this supplier is 1. Someone is talking and exam, it cannot go together.
Like
Okay.
drinking and driving, huh?
Yeah, it is not drinking and driving, it is DUI. Right on the query, only the query. Okay, so I don't have an extra. So what you have to do? Normally, you can write property or somewhere just put that answer to the question mark. Oh, you do not write the answer. You write just the query. The query that is returning the value. Select dash from that. You just write the query, not these values. Yeah. Select statement or whatever statement you are writing. Just the answer query. The query that you are writing. Let's say for this one, you have written this query. Where is the query? Select school student. You just write this query up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many lines you have in the query? You write that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, again, everyone, someone is getting confused regarding what to write in the answer sheet. So you will be just writing the query. Select dash from this table where. No, take it easy. Just do whatever you can. No. It is a simple exam, and if you fail it, it is not like you are failing in your exam.
Our chance here. I'm the big thing.
No, don't be nervous. I know a lot of you are attending exam after a lot of days.
Yeah.
So take it easy. If you cannot do it, it doesn't mean that probably you will take more exams, and that will make you. So now I'm going to input another rows, and then let me input another rows. That will be 3, and then let's give this supply name as Toba. Okay. Now let's say if you want to select everything from this table, what you do? Select start from supplier, right? So what it will do?
The select means is kind of saving.
Select means bring whatever you have in that table, bring everything back for me from that table.
The first one will create.
First one is create, you are creating the table. First one is like you are creating the house. Okay. And the second one is you are
Putting something.
you are collecting.
Insert means
Yeah.
putting something.
Yeah,
Like
then you are
installation.
you are like you are creating the house, then you are putting someone for rent, and then when you are taking money from him, right?
Yeah.
So first step is creating the home, and next step is bringing a tenant.
Information that.
Yeah, input the information, and then now by select we are collecting all the information from the table. Got it? Now if you do that, table what? টেবিলটা আপনাকে যদি টেবিলটা থাকে তো
পরে কত মিনিট কাজ করবে?
so again see if you have created table if your table is just like the table in the exam you don't need to create it again okay if you have already created a table that is like this that you have in the exam you don't need to create it if your table is similar to this I mean with the same field here you have the data you don't need to create it you just write the query I want the query
We already have the table. That's
if
why.
you already have the table don't create it
Yeah,
again
no, we don't have to create it because that's why he given us
Yeah,
the class
yeah.
so we can do it at home.
yeah Alright, so can you see I have inputted 4 here now I'm getting all the records right is it clear
Yeah, I know.
okay alright now let me put a simple now I want to know the supplier whose
Think about whose ID is like a 1 or 2 or 1 or 3.
yeah 1 or 2 let's do a where statement in this select supplier ID and supplier name where what is supplier ID equal to
1 or 2.
1 or 2 now it's saying select we didn't use the from keyword name yeah from supplier name from which table see here from
This table name is supplier.
Suppliers.
Supplier anyway.
so you have to give it like when you are writing a select statement you need to select supplier ID supplier name from supplier where supplier ID equal to 1 or 2 so it is bringing only that particular data typically in the real database let's say Wells Fargo account or they have millions of customers in the data so if they want to take a look at your information when you give them a call so they will have to collect your information and then they give answer right so they collect it within a second and they are so they are executing the application and executing that so that's how if you the real users is in a application there are millions of people and you want to see information for a certain people you cannot look millions of data millions of queries
Call the presentation.
So this looks like we create a table name supplier. Then where it's specified like want to know whose ID is this one, like another one,
then
another ID. Think about like a ID. I know the ID, but I don't know the supplier's name. So I can.
you can
If I know the
ID.
ID, then I can find out the supplier name also.
so if you let's say do you go to Sonali Exchange to send money
Yes.
so he is asking what is your account number so he by your account number he is getting all of your information right? so this is the actual use of this table
Yeah, you can. You have to put it follow different.
How did you know this?
You can number that. Like if you want to-
No. Are you okay now? I think we can. I can take a look at
No,
my
everything that created in the tables. The only thing is the table.
But
Like
you
that,
can put it different like
Okay.
you actually only can
One thing. Create another
everyone keep enough time so that you can write the answer in the paper actually, because I will be marking actually on the paper. So it is now around, you have around 27 minutes. So keep it in consideration.
I'm just writing whatever I bring right away. So that
Okay. Yeah, I think it will be better. You know, whatever you are querying,
writing right away.
write it. Simple.
So whether I have a question, so we created table as a supplier name, but I want to add a supplier name now.
Okay. So
Can we do that?
yeah, we are at add means like we are inserting data.
Inserting. Yes.
So
So now I have a adding as like a not today but tomorrow somebody came and I want to add with this table. I don't want to create another table.
Yeah, tomorrow this table is there. Just you insert.
So what is
This,
the
this
word?
table is always there.
You have to begin for the paper.
If you use if you use commit, right, then this table is always there. You don't need to create it again tomorrow.
Okay. So now I want to this table particular this by the name suppliers. I want to add another supplier.
Another supplier name. So if you want to add a supplier name, that means you are
Like adding a my client.
hold on. So you have this
Yeah.
4 record. You want to add another
Yes.
record. So what you do? You create another insert statement here. Insert into
The supplier.
supplier. Okay.
I put the employer.
Same way. Insert into supplier. What is the field that you want to insert?
Supplier.
Supplier ID. ID, and then
Supplier.
supplier name, and then what is the data values? Values.
Balance 1
1 5.
name think about the public. So 1
5. 4. Okay. Then let me not miss. Then it will be better.
Exactly.
So now if you do a query, select star from
Supplier.
supplier. Okay. Now you have.
So means if you can add it, so the same one you can drop it.
You can drop it. Now let's say you want to, like, one of the customer, he is not coming to pay, or he is not in the contract anymore. So you want to remove him. So
Think about 100 like last one.
delete,
Not the drop.
delete from
supplier.
supplier where supplier ID or supplier name, supplier name equal to hello. Okay. So if you execute this, so it is saying that zero deleted. You know why 0 rows deleted? Can you tell me why 0 rows deleted? No. Can you see halal row? There is a space here, but you should have the space actually.
Okay. I actually didn't look at
You
the
have
plan.
to understand.
So let me space go. Okay. Now again, you have 0 rows deleted. Can you tell me how?
The row G is smaller and bigger. So that-
Oracle, remember we told you data is space sensitive here. Okay. Whatever data you are putting in the quotation mark is space sensitive. Now if you go there and you make it grow, right? Now let's see.
You have to get.
Okay.
So if you want to see that table,
Now select start from supply. Now you can have
okay.
like, okay. Now Now, let's say you have a table, but you want to see. Let me do one thing. Let me insert another record. Insert. Into. Actually, I had that command, right? Okay. And then let me import. Yes. The question.
How are you doing, brother? Good.
I think you didn't get all the classes, so it will be a bit harder for you. So, do you think you need extra classes?
I'm okay.
If you need extra classes, you can do that. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this one. I'm going to give, let's say, what? Learning. Okay.
So this is already created. So if I
We-
select
we
it,
input it.
yeah,
Mhm.
so it will come. So
It will come. Now, let's say you actually what you want to delete. Allowing Gosal is no longer with it. You want to delete it. How you do that?
So the same.
Same way. But somehow you forgot. Allowing Gosal is it with dash? You forgot it. So you know that AL is there, but you are not sure if you have that dash. So what will you do in that situation? Okay, first you will see, let's say, first you will see how the name is already there in the database. So if you have 1,000 records, here we have 5 records, but if you have 1,000 records, it will be coming in multiple pages. So you cannot actually see by bringing everything. So you will have to execute a query. How? Let's say select supplier ID and then supplier name where from supplier where supplier name like AL and then %. We are giving wildcard here. We are saying wherever name starts with AL and after that it can have anything. That wildcard or that percentage name, it can have anything. Will bring the data file. So you know that Alamin in the beginning it has AL. In the beginning it has AL, but you do not know how it is written. Okay. So you want to see before you delete. You want to make sure that you are deleting the right data. So first you want to see how it is written, and then you want to execute the query. So can you see now? Now it brought all data that has AL in the beginning. Okay. So is it clear to you?
So means it's like, think about the same. AL is just like 5 names. So they bring
Okay,
all 5.
let me input another data. Insert and then let's say Oh, you're stuck. Okay. Do you want to bring a?
Yeah, I'll bring it, sure.
You? Yeah, sure.
I want to go with the process.
Okay. So what we are doing here, we have a table of here. Let me input. We are going to input another record. Let's say 106, and we have to give al Madina. Okay. Now, if you do select start from supplier, okay. Now you can see that you have how many records? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records. But in your actual, actual application, there might be millions of data. There might be thousands of records. Now you want to delete one supplier that is no longer working with you. So his name starts with AL, but you do not know what is his full name. But if you see the full name, you will be remembering, okay, this is his name. So how will you bring, his name starts with what? AL. So how will you do that? So select supplier ID supplier name from supplier, where supplier name like AL percent, where supplier name like AL percent. What we are saying, where supplier name like AL, and then it can be any character, right? It can be any character. Okay. Then if you execute it, can you see it brought you all the names.
What was the command? Select supplier ID and supplier name.
Supplier ID, supplier name from table name.
From supplier, okay.
From supplier, where supplier name, see this field is supplier name, right? Where supplier name like AL person, that means begin with AL. Begin with AL.
So the same way, if I think about the same, like I remember one middle word.
You don't remember any other thing.
No other thing, like first and last also. So I can put both sides
Let
like
me input another record. Okay. Insert, and then let me input insert, and then let's say values 107, and then let's say halal, actually al, and then let's say al. Actually, what I can do, okay, al ahram grocery. Okay. Now let me execute this one. Now in your table, you select start from supplier. Now you have now you want to delete a supplier that is no longer working with you. You are not sure what is his name, but in his name in the middle it has Modina. That guy has name Modina in the middle, right? So how do you do that? So if you select supplier ID, supplier name, where see what I'm doing, I'm like, so that means Modina middle name, that means there is something in the beginning, there is something in the end. So we are going to give a wildcard in the beginning, right? And then what is the and what is the middle name? Modina. Okay. Modina. Okay. Now if I execute this, can you see no rows selected? What is the reason?
Modina M is small.
M is uppercase, right? We say like Oracle, this field name is not case sensitive, but whatever you have as a data is case sensitive, right? So let me execute this query with correct data. If I put M uppercase here, M, right? Now can you see?
I have one question.
on both sides? Can it be-
both sides, because you know the middle part, but you do not know what is in the beginning and what is in the end.
Okay.
So that's why you put, when you do not know what is in the beginning and end, you put wildcard in the beginning and what you do not know over there.
So if you know only the beginning, you put it after.
Yeah, after.
Okay.
After. So let's say you know that he has a grocery at the end, but you do not know the first name or any other thing.
Right.
So how will you do that? So you know there is a grocery at the end, but you do not know what is the other thing it has.
The same thing.
Same thing. How will you do
Like
that?
beginning is percentage, then grocer,
Mhm.
and after also you don't need it because I know this is the last one.
Okay.
Fine.
So you know this is the last one. So you know the last one. You do not know. So in the beginning, you do not know the beginning part.
So I have a percentage,
Mhm. And then?
grocer.
Right?
Grocer is small order.
Oh, it will be upper.
Yes.
Sometimes I make mistake
it's-
intentionally so that.
I got it.
Then, so let me make this. Now can you see whatever name we have, we go to thing. Okay. Now let's say you want to delete the guy who has name who has a middle name Ahram. You want to delete it. How will you do that? So delete. See how this delete command delete from supplier. Let me see if it is recording.
Yeah.
So let's say delete from supplier where supplier name like if you do not know the whole name, then it is like. So supplier name like quotation Ahram in the middle, so you know middle part. So percentage will be on both sides. Both side. Okay. Deleted that. Now if you select start from supplier generating thing. That one we will do.
So we are inserting, which is where we can add and we can delete too.
Delete.
And one of them, like, if you find a new customer and you want to update the information.
So if you have a new customer, totally new customer, you insert it, okay. But let's say this name grocer, you want to full name Alamin Grocery. So Alamin Grocery.
It changes.
You want to update the data. You want to change the name. So how you can do that? Update. What is the table name? Supplier. Okay. And then set. Set. What is the field you want to set? Supplier name. Supplier name equal to supplier name equal to what? Let's say you want to add row with public row. Okay, let's do Alamin Grocery. You want to add the whole characters. Now Alamin Grocery. Okay, but if you execute this one, what it will do, it will update all of the supplier name with Alamin Grocery. You will have to give a condition here. Which field you want to update with you will have to give a where condition here. Where supplier ID equal to 105.
So if I don't make any
If you don't give the condition,
Condition.
it will be updating it for all of the tables, for all of the data here.
And
You
if
don't
you,
give the
and
hard
if you do
condition.
that by accident, you have to individually fix it, right?
Then you will have to fix it individually.
So can you look at it now? So like a select,
Select
select
start from supplier. Now it is there, right?
So that is the updating information. Update, set, and high condition.
Yeah, update set and her condition. Okay. Now if you confuse, if you type Oracle update data, you will get a lot of time in the internet. Okay. Now take a look one thing here. Now you have to see that this name, how many characters we can input in it. So let's say Alamin Grocery, we are inputting some characters, but we cannot input unlimited characters.
Yeah, but we have limitation before.
How we can see that? We don't know like where this because it is long before we did it. We did it before 1 month. We did that table before 1 month. Now we need to input data, but we need to see how many characters we can input. How we can see that? Describe. So DESC. What is the table name?
Supplier.
Supplier. Okay. Now can you see? In supplier name we can input 20 characters.
Okay.
And in supplier ID we can input 6 characters. Right?
Any time, okay. Description is any time, whatever the character is there.
Yeah.
You can
What happens if I get same supplier, right? I mean, same.
One.
client.
Yeah. Will it help?
Because what happens sometimes creating I put the little like departure, like suppose 10 days, then I want to find out that I have to put more. I want to know how can I increase.
Oh, you can increase it and then
I don't want to put the whole thing, just do the whole. I did that yesterday, like 10 times.
he was asking you.
What is the
He was asking you how would you choose the virtue if you used to add a character.
Okay, so if you want to change the virtue, this is another command called alter. Okay, you can alter. Let's say the supplier ID.
you understand. Like
You want to change it to 7 or 8. Okay, let me show you. Alter supplier modify supplier ID. Okay, and what is the size you want to give? 8. Okay. Now, okay, before I do that, let me show you what happens if I want to input something that is. Let me show you one big thing. Let's say you want to insert a data. Okay, insert a data, and you want to give values. Here you want to give 7 characters. 107 and then 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. We are allowed to give how many? 6, but we are trying to give 7.
It's going to come.
Okay. See, it is saying value rulers for column supplier ID. Value rulers. Now, how
so
do
this maximum 6. Here is 7.
7? Now, how will you do that? Alter. What is the table name? Supplier. And then modify supplier ID. Now, what is that? Supplier ID virtual 2, and then what is the size you want to give?
8. So, because I don't want to come in.
12. Okay.
Yeah, anything.
No problem.
Because it is-
So now it's saying that invalid alter command. Now let me go there. Alter table supplier and then modify. Now if you go there,
So now you
Let
can see
me-
description now.
yeah, if you see description, you see what is that? Supplier. Now you can see it is budget 12. I can input more than.
Yesterday I have to drop 10 to
Okay, so now you know, right? Now you know. Okay. Now you have seen that how you can modify data in the table. Also you have seen that how you can modify table structure. Now let me commit everything what we did, right? Now we have discussed another thing, save point. Remember that day we have discussed save point. Were you able to do save point?
Yeah, whatever I did, the trade table and stuff, online, I use save point. Then when I finish the whole table, then I commit.
So can you repeat one more time?
Save point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now if you select start from supply, we have last 3 minutes. Last 3 minutes. You need extra 5 minutes?
Yes, please. Why don't we just answer you the paper and just email later because it's very hard to do by
Okay. So I'm giving you. Let me tell you. Now the time is in your computer 10:25. I'm giving you another 10 minutes, 10:35. Okay. Within whatever you are doing, write it in the paper. If you are not writing it in the computer, just write it in the paper. So I'm giving you 10 minutes. Write it in the paper. Don't. If you don't need to, do not work with computer. Main thing is you transfer the answer to the paper.
So,
Select start from supplier. Let's
so we are going to step one.
So we are. Let's say we have how many?
56.
6, right? Let me input another record here. Insert, and then let me put a value here 7, and let me put alpha. Okay. Now if you select start from supplier, okay, and then let's say it is giving you 7, right? Now let's say you create a save point. Okay, save point, let's say save point P1. Okay. Now you commit it. Okay, hold on. Now let's say we created a save point P1, right? But let me remove something from here. Let me delete it. Delete that al ahram. Okay. So to delete it, I have already a statement. Delete from supplier where supplier name like ahram, right? So it is deleted, right? Now if you select start from supplier, now it is al-ahram is not there. Let's say you deleted 10-15 records. Yeah, sure.
Go back. Open the color.
Like you create your data, right? By mistake you delete you create your data on the Facebook, and by mistake you delete something,
Student name
right?
and
sorry.
name.
Or you can do data one, different data or whatever, you can go back, it's
That's
probably
what it
save
is.
whatever you save in the statement, it's safe. I'm thinking it's safe.
So I have now I have how many records? 6. But let's say you deleted 10-15 rows. Now after deleting you need to bring them back because you deleted it by mistake or you need this whatever, right? So before deleting, what you did, you created a save point, right? Now I'll bring that save point back. How? Let me just quickly take a look at something. send it on this one. This one we do not need. No worries, no worries. If you need, I can take some extra class. I'll be spending at least 1 hour today after the regular session with you guys. Okay. So, see, rollback, by rollback, can you see the statement is rollback to save point and then rollback to save point and then the save. What is the save point name that we have created? P1, right? Now let me go there. So now we have 6 records, right? Now I'm rolling back to melee. I want, yes, that is where I will be numbering. That is where I will be numbering. Roll back to save point. Now after you rolling back, if you select start from supplier, now can you see 7 is there? So that's how we rolling back. Now just you can go back to your computer, let them finish their exam, and then we'll do. And after the class, I will be taking some extra, like at least 45 minutes to 1 hour. Yes, okay. Probably I will be finishing the class at 12 o'clock, and then after that.
Will be taking the same exam? Everybody do?
Yeah. We'll be taking the same exam. Resume the recording. So what I'm trying to do here, I'll be creating 2 tables like this. If I scroll down the bottom of this page, can you see these 2 tables? One is supplier, another one is order.
You can see.
Can you send an email so I can pull it up? Okay.
Oh, you can see. So I can send you email. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. So okay. So let me send you an email so that you can download it